and semester, right? In fact, selection of specialization is a major part on your side, because at that point of time one will select the group in which area in the area in which the student is working. That is one. Second is that in the 5 specific groups which are only available in the first group, that is HR, marketing, finance, production. I hope these are the 4 or 5 groups are there, and rest with HR, marketing, finance, production. ISN group is there, information system, dietetics and nutrition, tour and travel, banking and insurance. These are the 4 groups are also available with the your specialization papers. Next is that in this semester, 8 papers are there. All the 8 papers are compulsory, and in fact, the papers which you will read here in this semester are diversified. Some papers related to finance, advanced finance. Some paper are related to HR. Some paper are also there related to marketing. I hope production is there. Research methodology is there. Research methodology. Why that paper is there? Because here, once you read research methodology, then what will happen? You can do the project in your 4th semester. Okay. Without the knowledge of research, what is research methodology, what are the different like stages are there, how to formulate a project report. So without those knowledge, it is difficult on your part to like prepare the project report. Okay, so right from the beginning, set your mind and start your course, second year course efficiently. I hope all of you must have got the result. And yes.
Project report.
Project report we will discuss in the 4th semester. But why I told about the project report, the reason is that see here in this 3rd semester you are reading a paper, research methodology. So the motive of such paper is that once you read what research methodology, then only you can do the project in your 4th semester, right? So my paper I am taking an entrepreneurship and development, ED. It is a paper which is like it is related to some paper which you have already read. You have read general management, MCP, management concept and practices paper. You have read your business policy and strategic management. You are reading a paper on business, economic and environment in this semester. You are also reading a paper on MCSI, management change and strategic issues. So ED is a paper which is related to all those subjects. All those subjects. Certain portion are there related to your entrepreneurship. I'm sorry, MCP. Certain papers are there which are related to your OB. Certain portions are there which are related to MCSI, management change and strategic issues, which you will read in this semester, and also related to business, economic and environment. See, it is very easy. In fact. The paper, in fact, what happened? People feel that it is very easy. In fact, I also tell that the paper is very easy. But without that sense, if you will go ahead, then you will have a back paper in this, because people give less time to this, and without reading, they go that they appear the examination thinking that seeing the question they will answer, and people they failed in this paper. So my point is that attend these 10 classes which I am taking, and I hope I can able to complete at least minimum 10 questions in this conduct class, and prepare those 10 to 15 questions which we are discussing. And if you are preparing, then I hope in those 10 classes, the 10 questions, then I hope you can get a good marks or you can clear the paper. And if you want to know better or more, then prepare yourself. Books, study material we have given. Apart from that, plenty of soft copies are available in the website. I will also give soft copy materials. I will circulate my materials. So prepare those materials. And if you want to do well in the examination, then refer some additional materials. Right. Now, I am just going through the syllabus. In fact, the syllabus is what I will do. I will broadly
Sir?
divide. Yes.
The tentative period of third semester examination.
Oh, that is not yet decided. See, we are in the beginning stage. Hopefully, in the month of January and February, we are holding the exam, not in the month of December. Okay,
Okay,
January and
sir.
February,
Thank
the
you, sir.
dates are not fixed. In fact, many students came to me about asking about the examination date because some are getting married, some are like joining in new organizations. So I told that, see, examination dates we are thinking to fix up in the month of January and February. Let the contact class be over first. Then by December, mid-December, we will give the notice so that you can plan your schedule accordingly. Right? Now, the entire syllabus, what I will do broadly divide into three parts. Okay. Now, this entrepreneurship development here, you will encounter with three topics. Tinita terms se to tamane other encounter hoga, but you will discuss on three topics, three areas. Okay. One area is that we will discuss on, is it visible? Entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But your voice is breaking, sir.
अरे अरे सुना मु जेतले कहूची सेतले तमे कोन निज निज चिंता कर दियो आई एम आल्सो राइट साइमल्टेनियसली आई एम आल्सो टेलिंग नाउ वन इज दैट एंटरप्रेन्योर राइट one term you will encounter another is that entrepreneurship and the third term is your enterprise. Okay, now these three terms are there in this paper and whatever questions will come
Sir,
please,
sir,
yes.
what is the second area, sir? Can you please tell me?
It's entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship.
Okay, thank you, sir.
One is entrepreneur, one is entrepreneurship, one is enterprise. ये तक entrepreneur कहूची कि entrepreneur कहूची, but I feel comfortable with entrepreneur. I'm not an English teacher, in fact. So you set your language accordingly. So entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, and enterprise. These are the three terms are there. Right now, can anyone differentiate between these three? Can anyone tell something about these three so that we can distinguish these three terms and so that we can relate these three terms? Because you will certainly be getting a question from here, from this line only. From this line also you will get a question. From this line, that line also you will get a question. Now how we can differentiate between these three and how these three are related with each other? Anyone can tell me?
Sir, question please.
Arima. Three terms are there. How these three are different from each other and how these three are related with each other. Yes.
Entrepreneur is a quality and who create enterprise.
Okay.
Entrepreneurship also a quality who can lead the enterprise, who can
Okay. Then what is enterprise?
it is an organization.
It is an organization. See, you have already read these three concepts in your first semester, first paper. What is that? Three terms are there. One term was there related to manager, right? One is there related to management, and another one is there which was related to, what is this?
Organization.
Now, if you are able to discriminate between these three, then you can answer the differentiation of these three and you can relate this. Right? Now, entrepreneur, as she identified the term, like entrepreneur is a person concerned, is a businessman, is an individual, is a leader, right?
Sir, voice is breaking constantly.
Constantly.
Yes, sir.
तमार किसी प्रॉब्लम है मोर तो किसी प्रॉब्लम नहीं करना हमरे एटी अन्य इयर चलছে ঠিকঠাক
Yes, sir.
नहीं आपन voice sir break होची
ठीक से बुझी ठीक तो होची हमरो ये
Yes, sir. ठीक सुबुची.
हैं
ठीक सुबुची, sir.
It's clear,
ठीक
sir.
से बुझी सुना नेटवर्क बहुत भलो अछि एठी बुझले कि नेटवर्क टा बहुत भलो अछि तनो मु भाबुची टिके तम आडू चेक कर दियो तमे को जगह कोठो नेटवर्क थिबो सेठी बसो ओके नाउ सी entrepreneur is the person concerned or a businessman or a leader or an individual who sets the business, who sets the goal, who sets people to work in a force to achieve certain desired goals that we have already defined. See, while defining this term, you are certainly getting a question, who is an entrepreneur? What are the basic characteristics? Write the question first. Just we'll go from examination point of view. The first question is that, who is an entrepreneur? All of you are writing?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, who is an entrepreneur? What are the basic qualities, nature, or characteristics of an entrepreneur? Characteristics of an entrepreneur. Write down the role of an entrepreneur. So this is the question you may not get directly in this sense, or you may get questions some indirect way, so that the answer is same, right? Answer will be same. Now, entrepreneur is a person concerned or an individual who sets the target, who sets the people, who sets the organization, and sets the objective too, right? He also sets the objective and he tries to achieve the objective. He tries to achieve the objective, okay, in a systematic process where he, like say, where he takes risk and he always tries to get the return back in a bigger way. I will define the term in a different sense, but I am trying to tell what is the meaning of an entrepreneur. Now, what is entrepreneurship? What I'm doing, I'm trying to link this entrepreneurship with the term management. Entrepreneurship is the propensity. It is the prabhuti, it is the propensity of the individual. It is an art. It is related. It is the combined skill. It is the risk-taking ability. It is the quality of the entrepreneur, which he applies in the organization or in the enterprise, right? And what do you mean by enterprise? Enterprise is the entity, it is the body, it is the committee, it is the department, it is the unit, it is the business, it is an organization, right? Now that is what is all about your enterprise. Now an entrepreneur applies all his skill and qualities, expertise, experience in the enterprise to give some new to the environment, which will contribute towards the economic development of the country or society. Right? That is how the person is distinguished, the person is identified, the person is implied. Right? Now, if someone will ask, how will differentiate between a businessman and an entrepreneur? How can anyone tell me how the differentiations are there between a businessman and an entrepreneur? How? These are two similar or different? These two are similar. These two individuals are similar or different?
So different.
Yes.
Entrepreneur, sir, who can create a business.
Who can create
A business.
a business? Then he's a businessman.
Yes. No, the businessman only focus on his profit only, and he can organize his the
Okay. So don't you think that my next question is that to all of you, don't all of you thinking that, see, the entrepreneur is also not focusing to the profit?
Is creating a new thing. Entrepreneur is creating new things.
Now, can I say like this? All entrepreneurs are the businessman, but all businessmen are not entrepreneurs.
Yes, sir.
sir.
Now,
Yes,
are you
sir.
getting my point? That means sabu entrepreneur jo mane semane business korchun, they are doing business. They are the businessman, but all the business personnel are not an entrepreneur. Right? Now, I will differentiate between these two latter. Now, see, if you surf in the net and you just click how many, note down the name of leading entrepreneurs of our country. Right? Now, you will get 40 to 50, 60. First you will get in some portion, you will get in some link, you will get 10, 15, 20, 40 names, 50 names. Do you think that only those 50 are there in our country who are doing business? No. Thousands of persons are there, any number of persons, infinite persons are doing business. But out of which, yes, out of which we are only identifying some individuals as an entrepreneur. Why we are identifying? It is all about based on the quality. It is all about based on the skill components. It is all about their initiativeness, innovativeness, involvement, how they are informing to the external world. Please mute yourself. See, I am going with a force. Okay. ରାସ୍ତାରେ ମୁଁ ଗାଡି ଚଲେଇଲା ବେଳକୁ ଗୋଟେ ସ୍ପିଡ ରେ ଯାଉଛି ହଁ ତମେ କଣ କରୁଛ ତାପରେ ବ୍ରେକ୍ ଦେଇ ଦଉଛ ବା ବ୍ରେକ୍ ତ ତମେ ଦଉନ ମୁଁ ବ୍ରେକ୍ ଦଉଛି ତମେ ଆଗରେ ଗୋଟେ ହମ୍ପସ୍ କରି ଦଉଛ ଓକେ ସୋ ନା ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହମ୍ପସ୍ ଆସିଗଲା ଏଠି ଓକେ ନାଉ what is that କୋଉଠି ଥିଲି what is that
Business entrepreneur different.
okay now business and entrepreneurship I will differentiate later I will tell more on this. Now I will narrate the entire syllabus. I will divide the syllabus in these three portions, so that you can at least guess the questions which will come in the examination. From examination point of view, I am telling. So what are the questions we will discuss from this first person? You will get questions like who is an entrepreneur, right? The role, style, skills of an entrepreneur. What are the roles, style, and skills of an entrepreneur? You'll read. The syllabus says those. Next is that women entrepreneurs. Who are they? Women entrepreneurs, women. What are the different types of women entrepreneurs? कितने प्रकार रही women entrepreneurs? What are the challenges? Another portion we will discuss here. What are the challenges faced by the women entrepreneurs while starting their unit? Right? And what are the government measures? The government has taken steps to protect such category and to initiate or to involve them in this portion, in this unit or in this profession. Government steps. What are the government steps? What are the RBI guidelines?
Sir, Odisha government's Mission Shakti is also a women entrepreneurship.
एई परिबा निश्चित रूपे कहि परिबा ताकू छोटो हो बड़ो हो इनिशिएटिव नउछंती and government is taking initiative. You know why? Government is promoting. Different institutions are there which are there to develop your entrepreneurial qualities. Why government is it will reduce the unemployment ratio. It will reduce the unemployment ratio. How? Because everybody will not get in the government sector, job in the government sector. Why
Yes,
to
sir.
work
Yes, sir.
under someone? See, the concept is that why to work under someone? Let's start our own unit where we can engage people, n number of people.
Yes, sir.
Such initiative by our government, you see, enhances the economic stability. Are you getting my point? The economic stability will enhance. Our dollar rate at India is 84 rupees, but in Pakistan the dollar rate is 268 or 70 rupees. It was there two days back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The reason is that, see, government is taking initiative, like, so that what will happen? The GDP, balanced GDP will be maintained. Another is that balanced regional growth. Balanced regional growth, all will not run to a particular place to search job. Are you getting my point? Now, if all will come down to Bhubaneswar, then what will happen to search for a job? Then what will happen? What will happen? Bhubaneswar will grow to a particular point. The next level is that Bhubaneswar will become polluted. Bhubaneswar will become slum full, not slum free, full of slums. Bhubaneswar, cost of living will increase, right? Now these are the things will happen, and in one side, see, these are gote year of dita palla achi. Ye gote palla, se gote palla. Kon hochi gote side re dhali gala lokon ara side ta kon hala loko kami gale. Are you getting a point? Gote side re loko बढ़ी गले, ara side re loko कमी गले. So it is not balanced, it is imbalanced. Now such kind of thing, if government is able to create n number of entrepreneurs diversified way in different places, then the growth, regional growth will be maintained. I will start my unit in my own village and I will engage others, I will earn money and I will also create the source of earning for others. That is what is the objective of such concept. So what questions you will get? You will get who is an entrepreneur, the role, your skills, styles of an entrepreneur, woman entrepreneur, types of woman entrepreneur, characteristics of an entrepreneur, overall characteristics. माने मु कोच खाली woman entrepreneur में overall दीटा का combine में कौन-कौन characteristics आसुची, types of entrepreneurs, woman entrepreneurs types अच्छी, types of entrepreneurs मध्य अच्छी. केते प्रकार entrepreneurs अछंती आमिस देखुचे ता. Kete prakar bheda that you need to identify. Right? Now this is the person. Then next from entrepreneurship, kon asibo question? But who person our syllabus included? One is that. Yes?
No, sir.
Okay. One is that EDP. What is EDP? Entrepreneurship Development Program, so that it will enhance the ability, quality of an entrepreneur. Now, EDP is what? Then role of EDP. Then next is your institutions. Koko institution अच्छी जोड़ा कोई quality को develop करिया पे in our government. There are in your book, in your study material, around 15 units are written. 15 institutions name are written and described. Try to remember minimum 5 to 10 institutions details. एमती आसी पारे question specific entrepreneur जो institution रो ना थे कि आसी पारे. Write down the role of such institutions towards the development of entrepreneurial quality among the young entrepreneurs. So say dele tame taku tadare kono taro likhiବାକୁ पड़िबो तारो केबे से हेतिला, where is the headquarter, what is the objective and different activities, what are the different activities of such unit. So you need to describe, or else MTB question as per write down 5 to 10 institutions or 10 institutions, or specifically as per which are the institutions which are dedicated for the development of the entrepreneurial quality among the women. एमती मध्य गवर्नमेंट करिछि हमर गवर्नमेंट करिछि कि केवल वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर को पई सेपरेट इंस्टीट्यूशन मध्य अछि. सो सेमिति क्वेश्चन आसी पारे आगे तुम माने कोन भाबुथबो नाही ए पेपर टा भारी इजी अछि एवं बट जतळे एमती क्वेश्चन आसी जिवो तमे ताको टू द स्पेसिफिक यू नीड टू राइट डाउन केबे हेतिला कोड ता हेडक्वार्टर सपोज बॉम्बे रे थिबो तमे कहबे कोठी कोठी दिल्ली रे थिबो भुवनेश्वर थिबो आउ कोठी थिबो लिखि दे पळे आसिले. सो कोन हबो ना आंसर. Mind you one thing, the teacher when answer evaluate the script, he always keep a set of answers with the question. So say jodi bi se gote set of answer, gote specific answer sheet सबले teacher पाखरे थाए. Say jodi bi kiछि doubt थाए, he always refer to that. I always say teacher, in fact I am taking this paper, it is not meant that I know the entire thing. It is not meant like that. For references, I always keep the answers with me so that I can see whether I am right or wrong. Right? Now, you need to write in a correct manner so that you can get correct on square marks. Then next is that, what is EDP, the role of EDP. Then another is that, environment. The environmental forces. What are the environmental forces are there? Okay. Environmental forces, कौन environmental forces are there, external and internal. सेटा मध्य एटी गोटे portion. Then from enterprise level, the questions which we get, What is project? Apply project formation. What is project formation? How to formulate a project to start an enterprise or start a unit. Start a unit. Okay. Project केमती formulate करिबा? ए गोटे enterprise start करिया को अछि.
Sir, how
Okay.
how to formulate a project to start
one unit or an enterprise, right? Kemiti tame project kariba. Suppose you are and what point of time it is required. See, the project is required. Jodi ke pachare, can anyone tell me at what point of time the project is required to prepare a project? Do you think that all the organizations, all the business unit starts the unit with preparation of a project? No, not all. Like those who intend to register the unit, or those who wanted to get finance or avail finance from the financial institutions, they usually prepare a project. Project is a set of stepwise activities which are to be done in future and which will set the objective. It is one kind of flow chart. It is one kind of flow chart which will shows the stepwise activity, future activities of an unit. Now, how to formulate a project and how to evaluate the project? Okay. Now, what are the different types of enterprises? कौन प्रकार enterprise अछि? आमे एटी types of entrepreneurs पढिले, types of enterprises कौन पढि? केते प्रकार अछि enterprise? आमे small scale कहि परिबा, large scale कहि परिबा, medium scale कहि परिबा, सेही वाइज. एवं firm wise कहि परिबा, sole proprietorship कहि परिबा, partnership कहि परिबा, joint stock कहि परिबा, Hindu undivided family business कहि परिबा, cooperative society मध्य कहि परिबा. Okay, now many firms. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, amara eta long question asibo ki short question asibo?
That I cannot say. I am telling the important portion. See, jadi long question asila, you need to elaborate. Jadi short question is brief. If short question, then you need to condense your answer within 500 words. Answering the question is an art, right? Now you need to apply your own art to answer the questions to get good marks. मते जणे आसी के कहला सर मते भलो मार्क आपण देलेनी मु ताको गुटे जिंस कहली कि बाबू marks are not given, marks are to be secured. In return we are giving you the degree, right? So you need to answer accordingly. तमे माने कोन करछ गोटे ये करछ. In fact the reason is that तम मानकर practice चली गलानी बा तम माने एते systematically you have not taken the course so seriously. Those who have taken seriously, they are getting good scores. Now thing is that while getting the question, just read the question once. What are the questions? Select the questions. Just give 5 minutes to read the questions. We are holding the Chartered Accountant examinations here at DDC. Seti kono is the Chartered Accountant is a professional course. Some of you have, or I hope some of you have there from your side must have completed Chartered Accountancy or appear in the examination. Now in Chartered Accountancy examination or cost accounting examination, what the center does, in fact, they usually give the question paper 10 minutes before the actual time of starting of examination. 3 hours examination, let's say 10 to 1. Then the invigilator will give the question to the examinees sharp at 9:50, so that the examinees will go through the questions and they will they can answer the questions. They will answer the questions sharp at 10. But here our regulations not permitting us, such kind of things are not there in government institutions. So what we need to do, you need to give 2 to 3 minutes time to the questions, read it, and then try to find out which question you will answer. Then try to just draw a flowchart kind of thing, so that how much is to be written in that. I've seen many students, those who complain, they wrote the 5 marks questions similar to a long type question. They answer the 5 marks question similar to a long type, whereas the long type questions are answered just like as a 5 marks. Why? They started the 5 marks first and they gave maximum time to that, and without, so due to shortage of time, they are unable to answer the 10, 15 or 12 marks questions. So questions has a big question mark, and you are there to open that box. Now types of enterprises, then types of enterprises may be like we can say sole proprietorship, partnership, company, cooperative, and Hindu undivided family, and many more are there. Now, how to evaluate types of enterprises and role of SISI, small scale institution जो रही थी, मैं syllabus टा के देखी दे, then I can tell you better. Role of SSIs. Okay, small scale industrial role कौन to promote the enterprises, and role of government. Role of government. Okay, what are the role of government? So that promoting the entrepreneurs to set the enterprise, small scale units. Then next is that what are the legal formalities? कौन legal formalities requirement अच्छी what enterprise करिया पे. Then next is that role of financial institutions. Financial institution केमिति finance करे. Small scale केते like small term finance केते बड़े करिबो, medium term finance केते बड़े करिबो, and large term finance केते बड़े करिबो. Okay, so that depends on the financial institutions and as per the requirement. So that is another question you may get. So role of financial institutions, different types of finance. Then next is that industrial sickness. Industrial sickness. केते बड़े industry का रोगग्रस्त होची. At what point of time the industry is becoming sick? Okay, and at what point of time the industry will be declared as sick? Declare kariba RBI ro guideline kochi kon ta bhitere what the guideline says by identified by RBI, so that the industry will be declared as sickness of the unit. Right? Another question we may get here also, the causes of sickness. Industry sick hochi, what are the remedial measures are there? या पे कौन-कौन तमे step नवा दरकार, what are the causes are there for which the industry is becoming sick, and what are the remedial measures are taken by the unit or else by the government or by the society. Na chariya ko ame koiba lokonkar ta contribution rahichi, the contribution is there from the entrepreneur side, the contribution is also there from the society, financial institutions, and also from the government side. समस्त यदि मिलित भाव में कार्य करिवे, then the industry will not become sick. Industry will not be closed down. So it is all the effort is to be given all together, so that what will happen, the industry will continue, sustain, and also adjust with the changing scenario. This is the entire syllabus, which is broadly divided into 3 parts: entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, and enterprise. And these are the expected portion from where you may get questions. I will discuss from question wise from now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, धन्यवाद. धन्यवाद. In fact, after a long, I am taking classes after 3 months around, because I was myself was suffering, and I was like my father also expired in between. My uncle has expired, and I was also hospitalized because of illness. So after a long, I am taking class. But thing is that life is full of ups and downs, and we need to go with that. We need to go with that force. I used to give my father example always in the class, how he read, how he prepare for the class, right? So So now today I will start with the questions. Now the first question is that who is an entrepreneur? What are the qualities, skill required for an entrepreneur? Just write some meaning of entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, just write it. Entrepreneur is a person or an individual. Entrepreneur is a person or an individual or an innovator who initiates new
New.
into the new to the economy
Economy.
An entrepreneur is a visionary person. An entrepreneur is a visionary person and an integrated man with
Sir, a visionary person and integrated man.
an integrated man
Yes.
with an outstanding leadership qualities.
Outstanding leadership
qualities and tries to initiate, innovate and involve all to accept changes. मुझे जो definition कहली, I discussed the definition with the intention that the different stages of that particular person. Now I never say that an entrepreneur is not a businessman. Entrepreneur is a businessman, right? He is there to do business. Okay, but ultimatum is that and how we differentiate between a businessman and an entrepreneur. See, a person when does the business to earn money, then he is a businessman. A person is there who does the business to give new to the economy so that the economic condition of the country will grow or else enhance. Okay, and the country will develop, and side by side, satisfaction from the customer side will be gained. Once customers are satisfied, automatically money will flow. Right? So that is how the two terms are differentiated. Now here the definition says that there are three stages of that person. The entrepreneur is identified as a manager. The entrepreneur is also identified as a leader. The entrepreneur is also identified as a what is this? Change agent. What is this? He is identified as change agent. You are reading a paper. We have already read who is a manager. We have already read in your OB what is leadership. And now new term is there. Change agent. Change agent कौन? What is that change agent is actually? Agent माने कौन? What do you mean by agent?
Representative.
A representative or a middleman, right?
Yes, sir. Representative.
Agent, broker, dalal. But here the change agent term is identified in a different way. The agent here in this business point of view is a person who is in charge of implementing changes in the organization. He is in charge of implementing. You will read a paper, MCSI, Management Change and Strategic Issues. Your madam will take that paper, and there you will discuss more on this. Who is a change agent or who is an agent? What are the qualities required for an agent, right? And what are the types of agent? Okay, the importance of a change agent in the organization while implementation of change, and he is in charge of implementing change with minimum resistance. Right, with minimum resistance. Suppose I am going to do a initiative all will take the class here from DDC and we will do a separate setup for that, and we are also working on it, and with minimum resources we are trying to prepare the setup. Many of like our non-teaching staff oppose. No, sir, I am going to you take the class from your home, or if anyone wants, some teachers may come in. No, we will do it. We will resist to it. We will oppose to this, and whatever good for the condition, we will implement that. And I hope if this system will continue, a time will come, a separate setup, specific setup will be set for the students to conduct online classes. Now change agent. Now these are the three stages. Now manager here, managerial ability thibo. Change agent entrepreneur pakare managerial ability thibo, leadership qualities thibo, and change agent body skill components thibo. Okay, now what a question one may ask you, why change? What might change? Change is required when you are not satisfied with the existing system. When you are not satisfied with the existing system, you implement change. Like I have changed this. Like I change because I am not satisfied with this. Okay, now this is how the change is also applied in the organization. This is what is the beginning. Rest is that mindset of constantly change constantly research constantly develop individual organization that mindset of says that we will always oppose to change. Organization just try to find out who are those people who always tries to implement changes, and who are the people who always tries to resist or oppose changes. In the long run, those who tries to implement changes for a good sense, they will grow, or the organization will grow with their initiative. And those who will oppose to change, they will never grow, and organization faces difficulties in the field of growing, in the field of sustain, in the field of development, in the field of expansion. Right, now these are the three qualities required. These are the three stages are there with an entrepreneur. Right, entrepreneur. right, one person. Entrepreneur is an innovator. Entrepreneur is an innovator who introduces innovate koruchi, nuwa method, nuwa mechanism, new way of doing things, who innovates new way of doing things, who is an innovator who introduces and installs new ideas with his initiativeness and intelligences. Initiativeness and intelligences. An entrepreneur, next slide. An entrepreneur integrates the manpower and inspires them them to perform, inspire them to perform in a diversified way. Diversified way. An entrepreneur,
Sir, next step.
next, is a man of imaginary who works as per the desire
Imaginary.
and who works as per the desire and has the drive to excel.
Has the drive to excel.
Excel,
Yes, sir.
or identify. So identify our market. Bartaman, suno, mu to tiny tuni ki definition tuमको कही दे. I have narrated, I have defined a definition. Now read the person. Okay, don't read the linkages. Okay, read the person and underline the term which attracts you to answer the questions of different characteristics of an entrepreneur. Suppose you are getting a question like write down the different characteristics, you just underline it. What are the different characteristics?
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, excuse.
Sir, can we like define an entrepreneur as a person who provides solution to the problems of the society by his
Right.
innovation and business idea?
Right, certainly yes. He's the problem solver, he's the decision maker, he's the innovator, he's the person who involves calls, he's the person who inspires, he's the person who illustrates. Illustration, you know?
Yes, sir.
He illustrates the conflicting situations, right?
He is the person who is a risk taker.
Risk taker, right? He is the person who always takes risk. He should have the capability or ability to take risk, right? They only become an entrepreneur. Just underline the term. Suppose you are getting a question like what are the different characteristics of an entrepreneur, underline it and elaborate those. What are the term? I have identified one is initiator, innovator, introducer, involved, idea formation. Okay, so these are the IE which you can write down in the examination.
Sir, instructor.
Instructor also. Tapre tome acho, mu koi deli. Right now you can now you are involved. Now you can answer the questions of your own. So it is an art. See, it is all about an art how to answer the questions. You know the thing, but you are unable to express. Then you know the thing, you are unable to express vocally or written, or you are also unable to express through your emotions. So that's why we always stay backward. Yes. Someone is asking something. 5 minutes left. Okay. Now I will narrate the characteristics of an entrepreneur. ମୁଁ ଆଜି କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ୍ କରିବି ତମର ଭାବୁଥିଲି ତ ଗୁଡ଼େ ଜିନିଷ ହେଇପାରିବନି I will try to complete another portion. Okay.
Sir, ଆମେ ଅଛୁ
Yes.
ଆମେ sir ଅଛୁ ଆପଣ complete କରନ୍ତୁ.
More out the class ଅଛି ବାବୁ. We will take the class. We will extend the class. Okay. And because more class ta tame देखियो more class ta मु 9:30 10:30 मोर अछि बहुत कम दिन अछि बट जो दिन दरकार हो मु इवनिंग रे जदी न नहीं पारिबी 8 रु 9 मु तो प्राय सब दिन नेबी मोर सच्ची 7 रु 8 अछि आंसर 7 रु 8 अछि जो दिन ब्रेक थिबो जदी मु एपटे को दिन न नहीं पारिबी I will adjust my class because I have many assignments are there which are given by my university. Okay, and another is that on 27th November the foundation day of the university is there. Okay, I've been assigned many important works in that. So I'll be there in the stage also because I do most of the stage work and crucial work. In fact, has been given to me. So I'll be there. But if I'm missing some class, then what I'll do, I will adjust the class as per the schedule where some blank spaces are there. Now we'll start with this. Who is an entrepreneur? Jadi gote question padila. Who is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is a man of expertise. He's a man of expertise. Expertise in the sense he should have the quality of all, like three actors. Three actors are there. In fact, one is a manager. तादर से expertise थिबो, manage करी पारथुबो situation को, लोगों को ऊपर rules regulation apply करी पारथुबो, lead करी पारथुबो, change implement करी पारथुबो. So he's a man of expertise. Okay, that is first. Second is that he's a man of new things introduced. He always a person who introduces new to the economy. See, existing situation में जाऊँ ना. If one will ask how a businessman and entrepreneur differs, businessman always moves with a routine type work. Are you getting a point? If you are getting a question difference between a businessman and an entrepreneur, businessman moves with a routine type work. Kala business kala toka gonda pole asla. There is nothing new. But businessman faces challenges of competitors, right? Businessman कौन करे challenge face करे competitor को, but entrepreneur कौन face करे challenge face करे competitor को नहीं, to become a unique one, to introduce new लोगों में अगर acceptance को gain करे अपने से challenge face करे. Are you getting the differentiation? Businessman usually faces challenges where an entrepreneur from the competitors, whereas the entrepreneur faces the challenges to spread the product or to install the product in the market.
Resist in the environment.
Next, businessman, success is more. The success rate of businessman is more as compared to an entrepreneur. Because many are there and he will also sustain. But entrepreneur sustenance is less as compared to a businessman. Now, businessman usually starts the business with an idea. But the idea is but entrepreneur starts the unit not from others, rather to gain the own idea, inception of idea, and with that he will run. Now, entrepreneur plays a role of a change agent. Change agent. But a change agent role, you will get a question in MCI. Change agent role to activate change. So, the entrepreneur change activate. Action mood. Next is that he is there to guide others. What is right, what is wrong. He is there to tell the people. Now he is there to activate change. He is there to guide what is wrong and what is right. Next, he is there to encourage. Hey, so accept karo, follow karo, so that ultimately what will happen? You will get better. So he is there to encourage all to participate with that. Mu kon kali na jetole class ame setup start kolu, jetole mu kali nei kariba bhalse hobo dekho ye. I encouraged them. Then mu kali nei dekho encouragement bahut prakar roichi. Mu kali tome ago bhalse koi. Tapare paisa len den kori. Tapare jodi nohala I will fire them. So hiring and firing re casualty madhya huye implementation of change. Next is that this change agent also identifies the need. Reciprocates the need. Dekha, common need fulfill haba, more need fulfill haba, organization need, society need, economic need, nation need fulfill haba. Then finally, the entrepreneur also trains the people. Once they will understand this, then the entrepreneur will train them to accept all. Right? Now that is what is the role of a change agent. What are the roles? One is activate, one is guide, encourage, need fulfillment, and imparting training. Agent works for that. Now, what is that? He's a man of expertise. He introduces new things, new to the economy, new to the business. Then next, he is a talented one. Talented. Knowledgeable, I mean, but talented is the new version. Knowledge is everybody are having knowledge. Talent, when you utilize such knowledge in a diversified manner, then you can become a talented one. Then next is he's a man who builds relationship. Relationship building. He's a person who builds relationship. He is a person who applies emergent strategies. Emergent strategies. Emergent. Diversify. As per the situation, requirement. New techniques. Strategic strategies. Okay. An entrepreneur promotes. He is a promoter. Market को promote करूची, product को promote करिबा, business को promote करिबा, nation को भी promote करिबा. An entrepreneur is a rational man. He is a rational man. An entrepreneur always tries to expand. Suppose expand करतो, business टा एमती move करतो, एमती move करतो. He always tries to expand the business, enlarge the business with his expertise, with his new kind of thing, with his talent, with his relationship, with the emerging strategy, with the promotion, with the rationality thinking. He always tries to expand the unit. An entrepreneur is a negotiator. Negotiate करतो, consider करतो, understand करतो, compromise करतो, bargain करतो. So that is how one will sustain. An entrepreneur engage करतो, okay, emergent strategy करतो, and expert हेतिबो and encourage करतो, encourage all to participate. An entrepreneur understanding, very understanding. An entrepreneur is a risk taker. An entrepreneur is a risk taker. An entrepreneur is a risk taker.
Sir, second one, new क्या?
New thing introduces, new idea, new information, new product, new business, new practice, new policies, new process. Okay. So nuwa there is what believe करतो. Existing ऐसे केवल चलना था. जब existing चलना, then there is no difference between an entrepreneur and a business.
Sir, out of the box.
Think out of the box. That is how an entrepreneur always works. Okay. Now next is that entrepreneur is a talented one. Entrepreneur builds. He always believe in building relationship. He always believe in the organizational structural relationships. He always tries to take emergent strategies so that he will be distinguished. He will be identified. An entrepreneur is a promoter and also a rational man who always tries to expand with his expertise and tries to negotiate with others, negotiate with other units, negotiate with the people. He's an informer. So inform karibo, initiate setup karibo. Next, an entrepreneur encourages also and should have an idea that understanding level ta samastonku different এবং high reti. The level of understanding must be in a higher level so that he can judge people, he can judge market. Okay, so that with that judging, he can take a risk. Now, I am saying more risk, more return. But entrepreneur always takes calculated risk. If you are not calculating your risk and only by thinking that you will take risk and by jumping into a fire or deep sea, then you will become a unique person. No, you will not become a unique person, rather you will die. So you need to calculate the risk and accordingly you need to compare the risk level, risk capability, taking capability, and whether the supplements are there with you. If you are not calculating, then you are not a rational man. So risk no to rationality thibo. Rationality, what is that? I mean, irrational irrational in the sense when you are taking some decisions which are not at all appropriate. When you are telling something which is, in fact, which is not required at that particular place. So I mean, irrational. Rational, which are required, justified, which are acceptable as per requirement, and side by side risk taker. So this is how the entrepreneur is defined. Okay, the entrepreneur you can write down. So this is how the entrepreneur is defined. I hope you can get the points and you can write in the examination by elaborating. Even if you are not able to remember this, at least try to define the definition of your own. Do not concentrate your concentration by looking at others, by looking at cheats in the examination. With that, what will happen? Your mind will distract. Okay? I hope you have understood the certain portion. Jodi no korithiba bhalo, no korthiyo bhi bhalo. Kichhi asubidha.
Sir, would you share this note with us, sir?
No. It's just not. Any notes many notes, many portion which I speak in the class that comes out of the class. When
Sure.
students when students are interacting, automatically things will come. Right? So spontaneously certain portions are come. I will share the notes which are available with me. You will not get such material, such portions. I never write down. I never just thinking certain portions I usually speak. Right? A teacher usually prepare before coming to the class. They admit, but many teachers they never come with preparation. They only, in fact, I also read a lot, but now I have left all. Our administration our reading but still but I will give soft copy materials. Don't worry for that.
So can we get the YouTube link for the same, for this class?
I need to. Okay, recording ho chiki aji?
हाँ sir, live streaming to chalchi. Recording ho.
You will get it. Don't do that.
Okay sir, thank you.
Anything more if you want to know from this today's class?
Yes, sir.
नहीं आप किसी जाने को छिकी हाँ.
No, sir.
नहीं सर आज क्लास विषय जानिया को नहीं किया.
अच्छा काली का क्लास रे तुम माने शेड्यूल देखि देबो but try to attend all the classes, each and one of all the classes are important. See, at least if you are attending the class, then you will learn something. Learning is a continuous process. Learning is a lifelong process.
What a question जानिबार अच्छा. Hello.
Question
in the sense.
Question जानिबार अच्छा.
नहीं sorry sir, answer जानिबार अच्छी. गोटे क्वेरी थिला कि हमर previous exam रे जोटा थिला managerial economics सर भयंकर मार्किंग काहे की हेची.
फोटो काटी गले से जो
हां बर्तन को
सर हमर मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स रे एते भयंकर मार्किंग काहे की हेची एथरक.
अरे भयंकर नै मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स तो भयंकर लिखिछ हैला तमे जो प्रकार लिखिछ भयंकर लिखिछ ताको कोन करिबा
माने असाइनमेंट रे भी एक्सटर्नल
रे सुना गोटे गिगो कांसेप्ट अछि ना नै गार्बेज इन गार्बेज आउट.
हां
हां तमे गार्बेज देले गार्बेज पाइ तमे जदि भलो लिखिबो निश्चित रूपे भलो पाइ. आ गोटे जिंस मो कहूची मु ए दीर्घ जेते वर्ष ला देखिलेनी एमी गोटे पेपर रे हम मैनेजमेंट स्टूडेंट माने बहुत क्वचित पिला दे स्कोर गुड मार्क्स. I don't know why and how. This is what is the trend, and we also tried with changing of the teachers. That is also happened. That कामने नुए कि गोटे लोक मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स जानिनी तक से आसी कि ये कर दबा यूनिवर्सिटी के हम रिक्वेस्ट करी कि एग्जामिनर मध्य हमें यूजुअली चेंज कोन तो सर टिके ताकू चेंज कर दियो से बहुत भयंकर करूची. Ultimatum is that when the students give garbage, the garbage will come out.
Sir, actually, sir,
सुना ताकू जदी फुल चाहुच टिके तो सारा दबो टिके तो फल दबो. Just think तमे जते बेले ग्रेजुएशन पढुतलो may I know who is your name please?
सर वर्षा.
वर्षा. अच्छा वर्षा तमे मते कुह तमे बर्तन करूछ कोन? What you are doing?
Presently I am not working, sir.
Okay, you are not working. Just tell me one thing. You have completed your graduation in which year?
I have completed my graduation in 2012.
2012. Just remember the period of 2012, 2010, 9 to 12. Then prior to that, you must be continuing your plus 2 or then 10. So The effort what you are given in those days, are you giving the same effort here also? Just try to compare what effort you are given there, what effort you are giving in here, how many times you are reading, how much time you are reading. Seteବେଳେ ଯେମିତି ଗୋଟେ red column ନାଲି column ରେ note prepare କରିଥିଲ ଏଡେ ମୋଟା ଖାତାରେ, are you preparing in that way?
Yes sir, ମୁଁ ସେଇ କଥା କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି.
Very few are there. Very few are there. And you have prepared the notes. How many times you have read the notes? Now, just before the examination, you are just because of many assignments. Because, see, and seteବେଳେ जो mark पाउथुलो, seteବେଳେ तुमे garbage दउथुलो, भलो दउथुलो, निश्चित रूपे garbage दउथुलो, but compare. सेही तो पाठो. Rather, it is higher studies. You are doing higher studies. There are lower studies thila. Okay, that was the lower studies and it is the higher studies, higher education institution. आमे एटा को higher studies काई कहउछु ना higher educational institution. तमे से higher level ले जहां से तमे दउथलो समय जैसे 4 घंटा दउथलो एतो 8 घंटा दउछु. Now your expectation has some validity point थिबा दरकार. Expectation किछ validity थिबा दरकार. Rationality थिबा दरकार. ता बेसिस रे तमे आगु
Sir, no sir.
Sir, आ गोटे जिंस सबो असाइनमेंट टॉपिक रे मो सर पर्सनल कथा कहूची 27 28 मिलिची बट मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स रे 21 मिलिची सेटार कोन गैप रहिला मो
डिपेंड्स ता माने सुनो ता माने तुमको नै समस्त और सेही टाइप रही तुमको नै समस्त और सेही टाइप रही 21 is what is the percentage, don't compare that with other paper. What is the percentage of mark you got out of 30? 21 is how much? Can you tell me what is the percentage of 21 marks out of 30? It is above 70%, I hope.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's good. You have scored 70% mark. Are you getting my point? You have scored good marks, 70%.
Sir, मैं actually sir
one thing is that हमें assignment आज करिचु entire university रे से माने कोन करछन रिटेन करछन परीक्षा टाइम रे 1 hour. Those who are appearing the PG examination, in PG examination, same practice, question ta agro diya hichi, but they have to answer it in the examination. बुझछन नै बसा कोन सिस्टम सेटिंग PG रे जो माने करूछन से माने कोन ना यूनिवर्सिटी परीक्षा जेतो 3 घंटा लास्ट 1 hour रे से माने सेटा को लिखिबे हमें से प्रैक्टिस करबा will change the practice. You come, you appear the examination for 4 hours.
Okay.
Last hour is assignment.
Okay.
You write. Let's see how you are writing.
No, sir.
ना सर था
No sir, actually it is not possible.
नहीं हमें तमो चाबी धरि पर तमे आसे कि हमो चाबी धरि नहीं सी वर्षा गोटे जिंस मु एठी एई लोक एई सिस्टम देखि मु मोर माने मु कहबा आई स्पेंट माय लाइफ हियर. I spent my life here. So I have seen n number of students, n to the power n I've seen. And I always try to compare myself in the sense from the management side, DDC with the n, those n students. I always see, no, DDC isn't right. मु जदि गोटे भी कोटी भूल भाबीबी देखिबी नेक्स्ट मोमेंट रे मते कहियो को पड़िबानी मु निश्चित रूपे ताको चेंज कर दी. मो पाखु कंप्लेन आसीबा पूर्वरु I used to change it. The reason is that I always try मनीष मात्र के भूल थाए मु भूल करथिबी कोन करथिबी I do not remember, but still करिथाइ पारे unknowingly, but knowingly किछि जदि भूल in the sense in this practice, in this process of imparting knowledge, right? So examination there must be a clear sanctity maintain होबा दरकार. तम माने मेंटेन करूछो. One thing I wanted to tell, मु तो कहिबा को चाहू नतली कहि दोछि तमे जते ग्रुप क्रिएट करो छोटो 5 जण कले भी ता भितरे हम अछु माइंड यू 5 जण थिले भी ता भितरे हम माने थिबे तमे स्टूडेंट हेले हमें मास्टर हमें टीचर तमे डाळे गले हमें सीरियस जो तमे सीरियस गले हमें आउट ता भितरे जो हमें जो ग्रुप टीचर सबको ए मोबाइल रे अछि तमे चारिटा ग्रुप कले भी चारटा देखो ग्रुप रे हम सब देखो आई डू नॉट रेफर टू दोस ए किए सुडा पडियो और मु तो एमति तो तमे गोटे ग्रुप मोबाइल सिंथनो ग्रुप मोर ग्रुप अछि मिनिमम 112 टा ग्रुप मुसे दिन देखु 100 टा 112 टा ग्रुप रे अछि बुझिलो ना नहीं तमे सेही देथिबा तमे पिला आसी काम को पठे दे से तमे 2 जण पिला रे 2 जण थिले पठे दे. So the thing is that I am not against to that. See, we are here to read. We are here to make our career. By gossiping, by interaction with useless things, will only kill your time.
Yes, sir.
It will only kill your time. I'm not telling कि तुम्हें group करो, form करो, get together करो, enjoy करो. I'm not against to that. It is a time to enjoy करो. But do not tell anything which will go against the management. Because we are always there to support you. We are always there to guide you. We are always there to help you. हमें जब help न करूँ तुमको ये सिर्फ के ही help करूँ. जहाँ भी doubt रहोचे, जहाँ भी रहोचे, we are always present at DDC. Last 3 months मुझे एक पर्सन पर ढीली, but we are always there. You come to us, tell us directly. Sir, मोर एक problem please sir resolve करो. मो नले रश्मि मैडम नले हम support staff निश्चिंत रूपे बसते तुमको साहाय्य करें. केही नतले you come to me. जहाँ भी किसी problem रही ची, issues रही ची, ता माने मुझे कि खेच problem. You need to understand you are all adult. समस्ते boys वाले समझते हैं कि यो immature नहीं. Right? So I hope everything is okay now. वर्षा तमरो जो कहिला भयंकर बोधे भयंकर solution. तो जदि तुम माने कहउछ भयंकर ताले we will shift from this to that and you answer. Let's see how much you are getting.
ना ना सर हमर ठीक से मार्क दिया है वर्षार प्रॉब्लम होची ताको सर सेम कर देबे.
वर्षा कोन से सीजनल तो से सीजनल से तो केवल कहउछ कि मेक टाइम रे वर्षी. हेलो ठीक अछि.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Hard copy is available.
हाँ.
Hard copy is available in the DDC.
Hard copy means
Books.
बही अवेलेबल अछि. थर्ड सेमेस्टर में सब अछि. सो फोर्थ सेमेस्टर रा कोन जो स्पेशलाइजेशन में गोटे दिटा चारटा बही नथिबो बट यू कलेक्ट द बुक, deposit the readmission fees and collect the books.
I have completed my deposit.
And then you collect the books. If you are unable to come, send someone from your family, they will collect it.
Okay,
Sir, one request. अगर previous years
is there?
Previous
years questions अगर share किया जाए.
Don't worry. It is there in our mind. We'll circulate. Certainly circulate.
Thank you, sir.
Any time is there to collect the books?
10:30, 11 to 5 भीतर आसो. मझे आधा घंटा खंडे ब्रेक थाए.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
ए देवाशीष माड़ खाइबो तमे हला.
भाई तू हम खसरी रे 4 घंटा किए लिखिबो.